Hi there, this is Carrie from Stamp with CT. Welcome to our Facebook Live. Just a little bit of adjusting here. It is Wednesday, and that means it's time to craft and connect for just a few minutes. And I have some brand new products to share with you. Very excited to be with you here today. And I hope that I'll have some friends who are able to join me. But if you are watching the replay, welcome, replay crew. Glad to have you here with me. Thank you. And if you're watching live, I hope you'll say hello as you hop in. Let me know where you're joining from, how things are going with you. If you've been crafting lately, let us know what you've been working on. It's a great time to be spending some time outside. I know working in the garden, working in the flower beds, just being outside and enjoying the beautiful weather that I know a lot of us have been having. But you know, sometimes we need to be crafting too. It's still fun to craft even when it's pretty outside, right? But have a good craft life balance. So welcome to our Facebook Live, y'all. We are going fishing today. We're going to have fun with some brand new products from our new annual catalog. And if you have someone in your life that loves to go fishing, this is going to be an awesome collection for you. Or if you just need some more masculine paper, stamps, that type thing, good morning. Glad to see you here. This is going to be a great collection for you. So let's first take a look at the Let's Go Fishing Sweet Collection. And it's on page 78 of our new annual catalog. So don't forget, we have the collection, the easy button. If you love everything in the collection, you just put the one item code in, and for $72, you get one of each of the components in this suite. Just wanted to kind of share a little bit with you the images here of projects that were created by Stampin' Up designers, which are really cool. This stamp and die bundle is amazing. Of course, you can also pick it up if you just love the stamps and dies at 10% off because it's bundled together. But if you do the suite collection, you still get that savings. So let's take a look at these components of this suite. This is the card we're making today, y'all. It is really simple, and I'm hoping that that shows up my little fishing line there and my fly. Super simple, but what a great card for someone who loves to fish. Dale loves to fly fish, and so he did help me a bit figuring out the dies, because this die set is a pretty intricate die set, but it is so cool. And then stamp that sentiment on the inside. Good things come to those who wait, which is definitely true in fishing, isn't it? Now, let me know if you like to fish. I know several of my friends that join me do, especially Mary and her husband. They're awesome at fishing. I like to catch. I've been telling my kids that, telling my husband that for years. I'm not great at fishing. I'm just not patient, and I can't be quiet. Y'all imagine that? But I love to catch. So when you're actually catching fish, it's so much more fun, right? So let me set that aside for just a second, and I'll show you first the stamp set, some really great images and sentiments, just something kind of different. I don't think we've had anything like this in a while. We've had some nautical sets, but this is really geared towards fishing. And here is the die set. Look at that, y'all. I think it tells me on here how many dies are in this set. If I can find it quickly, may not be able to find it quick enough, but if you know, pop that in the comments. But you can tell it's a lot of dies. It's a lot of dies, you guys, and they're really cool. And what I love is there's this one that's like the tackle box, but we can probably use that for so many other things. Kind of a frame on the front of our card. but really a cool die set. So we're just using a couple of these pieces today in our project. So that's the stamp die bundle. Let me find a place over here on this disaster desk to put that. And then we also have the twisted rope embossing folder. Now, I'm not using this today, but this is part of the suite. Wanted to share that with you as well. Bring that a little closer so you can see. It's really cool. Okay, and then we have some designer series paper. And lots of colors included in this. And this background, this watery background on my project comes from the designer series paper. So this is a very quick and easy card to make. Let's take a look at this paper. I love the patterns, love the colors. And it includes some of the new in colors, the wild wheat and pebbled path. There's also misty moonlight. That's what we're going to be using today. Let me look at my swatch book. I just got these in from Brian King. So Let's Go Fishing has boho blue, calypso coral, misty moonlight, mossy meadow, pebbled path, pecan pie, which again is a new color, petal pink, very vanilla, and wild wheat. So just a gorgeous paper pack. I love when we get these new papers. It's just so exciting, isn't it? So I want to show you a little bit about how we made the fly, the streamer fly that we're going to use on our project, the streamer fly that we use here. And again, I'll bring it a little closer to where maybe you can see some of the detail. I think it'll make more sense once you see the components, but isn't that cool? So we took a piece of wild wheat cardstock and used the pebbled path to actually stamp the fly. And you can see where we did that a couple times. So there's a die that coordinates with this to help you get that cut out perfectly. And then from there, we used, well, there's my piece. We used something that surprised me a little bit when Dale reached for sweet sorbet. So he said with the fishing that the fish are really drawn to the color and also the shine from the fly and also just the movement in the water, that they can kind of feel that movement in the water. So then we did use, let me pick this one up. We did use this piece of gold foil sheet to do the hook and kind of that background. So that's going to provide that shine that's going to get the fish's attention. Learned a lot about fishing, y'all. Let me set that stuff aside and we'll bring in our pieces because this is a super simple card. We've got a Misty Moonlight card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. So what I love is even though those dies are intricate, there's a lot going on with the stamp set, we can still do either something super stepped up or we can just do something simple. So I do have a piece of the designer series paper. Looks like the water just kind of ripples in the water. So pretty. A mixture of boho blue and misty moonlight, but I'm putting it on that misty moonlight card base. I thought that looked really pretty. And of course you could put a mat of cardstock under the designer series paper, but I just kind of liked it like this. You could always step up this card if you wanted to. We'll get that centered on as best we can. Now let me know if y'all like to fish. Dale and Shane have fished many times up in Colorado fly fishing. I like to go because it's just so beautiful and sit by the water with them. It's so, so pretty up there. Great fishing too. So let's take some Misty Moonlight ink and we'll go ahead and ink up our sentiment. So Misty Moonlight is a color that we had a couple years ago. It was an in color and Stampin' Up! Has brought it back. So I'm going to stamp this right down in the bottom right. Just like I did before. Just really recreating that card. Cute. put that over on my chamois to clean. But I had this Misty Moonlight ink pad. I still had it in my retired product. So that was a little bonus when we got these colors that came back and rejoined the family. So I pulled that out. Still had a little, whoops, still had a little bit of cardstock too. So we'll get this inside panel added. Now, of course, you could also do some more stamping on the inside. You could stamp on the envelope. There's just so much you could do. I could have added some of this paper to the envelope as well. If I've accidentally picked up my fly with my glue. Okay, so the next thing that I wanted to do was add the fishing line. And Dale actually ran out to his shed and got me some fishing line, but it is just so fine. I had to really wrap a bunch around to be able to make it show up on the card. And so fishing line, this I think is just a really fine line. You could probably get something that's a little bit thicker and it would work, but I thought that the white baker's twine works just fine too. So that's what I went ahead and used for my line. I can find the end to it. I just had this, y'all. There we go. So this is like we've done before with tosseling, where I just take it and wrap it around my fingers, probably about 4 times, or maybe a little bit more. And I'm going to leave a little length there because I want to bring that up to my fly, a little bit more than I would probably usually leave. And I've kept the end where I was wrapping, and I'm going to take a glue dot. Oop, I may need to redo that. I want to keep that end so that I can kind of tuck it in here in just a minute. Got all my line wound up. I thought that turned out cute to be my fishing line. So I'm just kind of taking that thread right where it all gathers up in the end and kind of smooshing it into my glue dot because I want that glue dot to keep that line together. I'll lose my fly again. Oh, dude, it's hard to keep up with. I'm just going to place this right about here. And you see I've got that little bit to come up. And then I also use my Take Your Pick tool to pick up a glue dot and kind of tuck it under this bottom part. So that again I can press that twine in there. And so it'll keep it a little bit more organized. So I still have the nice texture and everything from that, but it's still controlled. So now I've got this little piece, and I'm just going to bring another glue dot up to hold it into place until I get that fly attached before it gets away from me again. Just snip that off. And then we will put a dimensional on the back of our fly, our streamer fly. I'm telling y'all, I learned a lot about fishing as I was getting ready for this card. A lot I didn't know, and didn't know that I needed to know. I'll bring that a little bit closer where you can see the detail. It's really cool. And then we'll just come up here. I need to move that over a tiny bit. Maybe not. Just come up here and add our fly. And that, my friends, is our card for today. Let me know what you think. I love that. I think it's just really simple. But, you know, making more masculine cards, I think that's the key to it. You can have, anybody can love to fish, but I just kind of think this would make Absolutely perfect Father's Day card, birthday card for your dad or grandpa. So keeping it simple, keeping those more neutral colors, utilizing texture. Those really are the keys to making more masculine cards. And just having some gorgeous paper that has those neutrals. And I'm going to bring that paper back in so y'all can see that again. Just so perfect for making more masculine cards. Isn't that pretty? Lots and lots of options here. So brand new suite. Let's go fishing and lots of fun. All right, let's talk about a few things that we have going on. It's a busy week. Oliver and I have a busy day today, but unfortunately it's not in the craft room. It's cleaning. We don't like doing that part, but he will follow me all over the house as I clean, so he participates. Dale and I joke about that. He works really hard. So we're going to clean today because we have Paper Pumpkin Club tomorrow night on Thursday. And that is just a time that we get together. We put our paper pumpkin kits together and just spend some time crafting and chatting. So we have Paper Pumpkin Club tomorrow night. If you live local to me, whether you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber or not, from 6 to 8, we meet at my house. You can come and just see what it's like, or bring your kit and come on over. We would love to have you join us. And then this weekend is super, super busy crafting weekend. It's going to be all crafting all the time on Saturday. Starting at 9 o'clock, we're doing a launch party of our new annual catalog here at the house, 9 to 11. We're going to make some really fun make and takes, have some prizes, lots of product on display, lots of samples on display. It's going to be lots of fun. If you haven't registered for that, I think we cut maybe 2 extra kits. So if you want to come, let me know right away, and I'll set one of those aside for you. And then we also have a launch party virtually in my CT's Craft and Connect Facebook group at 2 o'clock Saturday. And then the registration is closed for this, but we have something called the after party. And we just keep on crafting, keep on having fun. We play bingo with a twist. We have more prizes, and we do more crafting. Dale and I have a presentation, like a stamping presentation, and a game we're going to play. So we're going to be doing that on Saturday. So the registration is closed for that. But I like to let you know what all we have going on, because you may want to join us next time. We are going to be using this suite of products in class. I'm thinking in July. I did a little bit of planning ahead, kind of figuring when do I want to do a bingo, a stamp camp, that type thing. So I'll be getting that information out soon. But we will be using this suite of product in stamp class in the next couple of months. Okay, let's pull in the door prize from last week and then the one for this week. So when you are watching my video, when you hop in, I hope that you will give me a thumbs up, or you will give a heart. That really does help me in the algorithms of Facebook, letting them know that you love my content, that we have fun projects and videos, and so it brings more people to my channel. So I love it when you do that for me, and I appreciate it when you do that for me. When you comment and when you share my video, it also lets those social media platforms know to share the content. So I like to do a prize each week. Doing all those things is what enters you for a chance to win the prize. Not only are you helping me, but it gives you a chance to win the prize. So last week's winner of these gorgeous pastel, iridescent pastel gems is my sweet friend Cheryl. And I'm going to see Cheryl Friday, so I'll be able to give these to her in person. So congratulations, Cheryl. You are the winner by random drawing. And then I went ahead and pulled out one of those packages of twine that I love, the 2022-2024 in colors. And I believe this is still active in the catalog, but it carried over. So just because used twine today, thought this would be fun as a prize to do with some twine. There's so much you can do with twine. So that's our prize for next week. So be sure that you enter for a chance to win. And let me know if you have any questions at all. I think that's it, you guys. I just need to get busy and get some stuff done. But I always love to take a few minutes to craft and connect with you. And I so appreciate you being here. So I will talk with you again soon. Bye, y'all.